Hey guys, it's Saturday morning doing a little work in the garage this morning. Last night we was working on the Ford 8.8 rear end that we got from a junkyard last weekend, trying to fit the mini spool in it, and I have a video I'll attach to this one that talks a little bit about that. It was a real problem. Nothing seemed to work, and it's always good once that starts happening, take a break, come back next morning, and everything went really easy this morning. So did a little brake line plumbing and got the mini spool installed, and go from there. Check out the video. Okay, this is before and after. So as you can see, I had to take off a good amount of metal down at the bottom to get them to fit over the axles and be able to put the C-clips on without modifying the other side. So I don't think this is going to be a problem. It really didn't take a whole lot off, maybe 1/8 of an inch if that, but it's basically the same diameter, same dimension out here. It's just I beveled it in to get to those areas, and then what I did is actually I even beveled the very edge of the lands and grooves slightly more like they are now here on this one. So we'll go ahead and do this one. It was a lot more difficult, took a lot more time, trial and error, and we'll go from there, see what happens. Hey guys, Scream Monkey Garage, working on the 52 Ford still. Just wanted to show you guys some of the progress we have going on. We're gonna make a video today about how to deal with the mini spool on the rear end on an 8.8 that doesn't seem to want to fit correctly. But I don't know, we did a few things. We got the inner door panels on, covered up the transmission tunnel, made a little gauge cluster over here for some gauges that were donated to us, with the tachometer and the oil temperature and water temperature, except oil pressure and water temperature, etc. It goes along with the switches. But I guess the main update is we got an 8.8 rear end out of a 1999 Ford Explorer. It's 373 and it was a single track. So I went ahead and ordered a mini spool parts off of I can't remember where I got these, but online, and as you can see, I learned this from another video, is when you put the mini spool parts on there, you can't get the C-clamp in there. And what a lot of guys do is they grind these parts right here down, and I think that's taking some of the metal out that you probably should need to hold those blocks that the pinion shaft goes through. So we're going to do a quick little fix for that. It's not a big deal. What we do basically, and I don't know why they just don't do this when they make them, or maybe there's a reason why, but we're basically going to just grind down some of these, just put a little bit of a bevel on this inside here, a little bit more than what it has right now, and that should give us just enough clearance to put it down over the axle and then be able to put the C-clip on there. So we'll go from there and see what happens. Hey guys, I'm not gonna lie, we got the mini spool in here, but it was a pain in the butt. Had to pretty much modify everything. I'm not sure why. I read online that it was probably because this was a single track differential, and these are supposedly made for a posi track differential. But anyway, had to modify a lot of things. Basically had to go over every piece, these blocks here with the sanding disc just to give them a little bit better tolerance. Had to go over the C-clips with the sanding disc just to make them slightly looser so everything would fit. And then at the very back, not only did we have to bevel the gears, the lands and grooves inside, the teeth, so this would go down far enough over the axle, but in the end, I looked at the gears here. You can see it has a pretty good bevel along this edge right here. So I basically did the same thing with the grinder on this. The back sleeve part here, I put a pretty good bevel on it. And then finally, they went in far enough where now the C-clips go on really easily. The pinion shaft here, you will have to, it has flat spots on it, and you'll have to carry those flat spots all the way to the end, not the end with the bolt hole in it, but the opposite end. You have to carry those flat spots all the way down, just so it'd fit between the axles. But hopefully this is gonna work. This is an 8.8 out of a Ford Explorer 1999, 373 gears, and this is a MS88 mini spool, but had to modify this. There's already a video online somewhere where really what I had to do, not only did I have to grind the teeth in the back here to get it to slide down far enough on the axle, but had to modify this edge right here so the C-clip could slide in. So had to do a lot of modifications to these. I don't know if this one was purchased off Amazon, but I don't know if there's better ones out there, if they're all made by the same people or not. So another update on the 52 Ford Gasser. Ordered this Corvette, like late 60s, early 70s Corvette style master cylinder from Speedway. It has holes on both sides for the lines. We're going to do it on this side since the headers are over there, obviously, and we got plenty of room. But one neat thing about this 52 Ford is the master cylinder. I didn't have to do any modification to the holes or anything. It bolted right up. I'll have to get some longer bolts, but it went in the same location basically. So that was one easy thing with this car. So we're basically going to plumb the lines from the line lock there into the master cylinder, and then I'm going to plumb a little bit of the back line, and I'm going to put a proportioning valve in there, an adjustable proportioning valve for the back brakes, since right now we're running drum brakes on the front and disc brakes on the back, so I'm sure we'll have to use this proportioning valve. So we'll go from there. We got a little gauge panel made up here of some gauges that were donated to us by Kevin. This should work perfect in the line of sight tachometer. It kind of goes with the other switches we got over there.
If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.